I'm driving, so I'm not staying long. I'm just doing this video quickly. I put up a post about Cataflam, showing what Cataflam looks like, and advising parents especially, do not, doctors, pediatricians and GPs love to prescribe Cataflam for fever when your children are sick. But a lot of people seem to don't understand what I'm trying to say. Cataflam is a great medication. It's an anti-inflammatory. I'm a physiotherapist by profession and me love Cataflam. But dengue is going around. Dengue is what we call in the same class as Ebola, a hemorrhagic disease, right? It causes bleeding, internal bleeding, external bleeding. It causes bleeding. Right? What you need to understand is while Cataflam is a good medication, it is contraindicated where there are bleeds. It can make bleeding worse. Dengue is a bleeding illness. Right? The complication of dengue fever is dengue hemorrhagic fever, and Cataflam and other drugs like Cataflam, not just Cataflam. It belongs to a class of drugs called non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. NSAIDs for short. What those drugs do, they're basically anti-inflammatory and they relieve pain, so they are used widely. When we have an outbreak of something like dengue or chikungunya or any of those diseases that are considered hemorrhagic, especially these mosquito-borne illnesses, you don't want to give your children this, right? And the problem with Cataflam in Jamaica is it is prescribed widely. It is widely prescribed. So when you see me put up my post advising you that do not give the children Cataflam, it's not nothing against Cataflam. It is contraindicated in illnesses like dengue. And most of the children who are dying now from dengue, when you hear the stories, they pick them, they get Cataflam. Right? You read the story in the star that I have posted on my page. The little boy, Conry Gopal Singh, he got Cataflam. The children are getting Cataflam because they're either being prescribed the Cataflam or the parents have Cataflam at home. I have a full bottle of Cataflam at home. If I never knew that dengue was going around and I give it to my child, it would either kill him. It wasn't one of them. Right? The bottom line is children are getting the Cataflam while they have dengue, and that is what is causing so much fatality. So that is what I came on this live to say, because a lot of people just not understanding. There is nothing wrong with the drug, but you cannot administer it in children with dengue or CHIKV or any other illness that causes bleeding. Right? So please understand what I'm trying to say and pass on the message, because one of the little girls them were dead yesterday is Cataflam she did get. Right? And as I said, I've been through it. I am preaching because as something when I got through and I say, oh, my people nearly dead with dengue in November. So when I'm talking to you and I'm telling you, when nobody cuss me like you think I don't know what I'm talking about. I do know what I'm speaking about. Cataflam, Voltaren, aspirin, ibuprofen. So like things like not Tylenol. Tylenol is good. But things like Advil, do not give it to your children. Any medication that you're not sure about, do not give it to your children. Just be safe and stay with Cetamol and Panadol. It's better to be safe than sorry. If you don't know what is wrong with your children, if your child get a fever out of the blue, because dengue have a sweeter symptoms. Dengue don't come with one symptom. My 3 children had dengue. All of them were admitted and all of them presented with different symptoms. My son, my eldest son who nearly died, was in severe pain in his abdomen. My youngest son vomited. Right, my daughter never vomit and she never have belly pain, but she just sick. So everybody have different symptoms. So once there is a fever, because dengue is going around and it could be dengue, just don't use Cataflam at all. That is what I'm trying to say to you. Until we are sure that it's not dengue, until they have checked the child and they're sure that it's not dengue the pitney have, then they can use Cataflam. But until you know for 100% certain that your child does not have dengue, or because Zika is going around too, dengue or Zika or one of those things, yes, I'm going to put up, Vivian, I'm going to put up the list. I put up the picture of Cataflam already because I had it at home. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the pharmacy and I'm going to take pictures of some of the medications that you should not take while you have dengue. Because you see, when me see the pitney them, listen, I 2 pitney dead yesterday, you know. And people don't understand that every time I see a child die from it, I remember what I went through with my children, especially my eldest who nearly died. Me watch him. You understand? And God know I was going out of my mind. So I can only imagine what these parents are going through. And then these children, a lot of children are dying from this thing that we don't even hear about, because I am sure that I have not heard about all the cases of children that have been dying from dengue. It made me gone back in my brain now to when the first pick me, when me hear dead from Casey, the little boy with a belly ache, just remembering what my child went through. Me, I wonder if it's dengue they kill him, because we never realized that dengue was so prevalent. You understand? So I am just preaching to you. I am not fighting against any drug company. Hello, I was a drug rep for 10 years. Right? So I understand what these medications do. I am not saying now box no food out and no drug rep mouth or no pharmacy mouth. I'm saying that while dengue is going around, no give the pitney no cataflam, because doctors love to prescribe the cataflam. And a lot of doctors, they don't think about dengue at all in them head when they're prescribing medication. A matter of fact, I still have to be telling that up to today, I have to be telling doctors that dengue are go around, because some doctors don't even, some of them say pitney on routine, and it's not that they're stupid or they're not sensible or they're not thinking. It's just that they are so routine in their management that sometimes it never even occur to them say, yeah, this could be dengue. Know that the ministry has declared an outbreak. More doctors should be considering dengue in their differential diagnosis. You understand what I'm saying? Because a lot of the times the doctors did know. My nephew was the first person who presented with dengue, and my nephew came home with antibiotics and cataflam. His mother carry home antibiotic and cataflam, and his mother look on her and said, no, give the pin no cataflam. No. That was the first case of dengue in my house. In my well, it's not my house technically, but in my family, because it's 5 cases of my 2 nephews and my 3 children had dengue. And she didn't give him the cataflam because I knew dengue was going around. But she gave him the antibiotic, and then when the rash come up and she go back to the doctor tell her, say it's a reaction to the antibiotic. All know the doctor never think about dengue yet, and that was from October. So I'm saying it's not even the doctor's fault, because they don't even, if they don't know, they just don't know. You understand what I'm saying? And some of them really did not know that dengue was so prevalent. You understand? And that's why we are seeing so many dengue-related deaths with children, because most parents do not get the medication from the doctors. What doctor says gospel, right? Me question everything. I'm the worst nightmare for a doctor when it comes on to patients and parents of patients, because me question everything, right? And if me no feel so my pitney supposed to get a medication, me not give them it, right? All I can say to you now is, if your child turns up sick and you take your child to the doctor, right? Remind the doctor that dengue is going around, because some of them really not think along the lines of dengue, and dengue have a suite of symptoms, whole heap of different symptoms, and your children can present with any other symptoms. And also remember, especially the children, they don't know the pain that you get with pain is subjective, meaning that somebody have to say to you that they are in pain, and the children don't sometimes know how to express pain. My son, my 18-year-old, tell me that his belly feel like it was going to burst. That was because his spleen was enlarged. Not a lot of children know how to describe that pain. So it makes them restless, it makes them move up and down and writhe, like them can't keep still, because them belly literally feel like it going to explode. So if you see a child moving like that, just rush them to the hospital. And that splenic enlargement, the enlarged spleen, is simply caused because of remember, dengue attacks the blood, right? The blood platelets are being destroyed, and the spleen have to work overtime to try and produce blood products, right? Because dengue attacks the blood. It's a blood disease, it's a hemorrhagic disease. It's not the only one, but it's the one that is here. Ebola is also a hemorrhagic disease. The bottom line is, if your child can't sit still, you see the child agitated and the pitney is sick, rush the pitney go doctor. You understand? That is number 1. And number 2, if the child, when the fever breaks, that is when it gets bad. So when the febrile part of dengue is the first part. But when the fever break, that is when the hemorrhagic part normally happens, right? And I can tell you, I had dengue twice. I have 2 different strains of dengue. I had one strain when I was 16, and I had another strain when I was 19 or something like that. So I understand totally the pain, right? And it's the headache. There's a trademark headache that you get with dengue. It's like your head want to explode and your eye them. The eye them feel like them want to pop out. You have pain behind the eyes and you have a headache, a very, very bad headache. You understand? So that is the first symptom you need to look for. If the child complaining a headache and the child have fever, just think say it's dengue in the back of your head. When it happened to my first child, I considered meningitis. So that is, and I called my friend at the up by A&E. I never even thought of going to the pediatrician because meningitis is a medical emergency. Well, I needed to treat dengue like a medical emergency as well, and don't try to treat it at home, because this is what, like I say, a whole heap of parents have all of these medication. When a child get a fever, you give them Cataflam. No, not give them no Cataflam. Please don't give your child any Cataflam, and pass on the message. The Cataflam, I have the pictures on my page. You have generic Cataflam as well. Cataflam is the brand, but you have generic. The generic name for Cataflam is diclofenac. D-I-C-L-O-F-E-N-A-C. Cataflam is diclofenac potassium, and I think Voltaren is diclofenac sodium, or is vice versa. I can't remember. But those two, don't take them, right? That Voltaren is for pain. I think the Cataflam is of the salt. The salt really distinguish it. Bye, Sebastian. Wait, can you move from behind the car? Bye. 1 second. Bye, baby. See you later. Tell grandma I'm going for Sundari. Alright? Yeah. Alright, so as I was saying, Cataflam, Voltaren, ibuprofen, Advil is ibuprofen, aspirin, so like the Bayer aspirin, all of those things, stay away from them right now until you are 100% that sure that is not dengue you or your pick me have. Don't use it at all. Alright, what else can I tell you? But don't try to medicate yourself right now. Do not try to self-medicate. Go on a doctor if you don't know what's wrong with you. That is my advice to you. If you do not know what's wrong with you, go on a doctor. If the fever is high, if your picnic have high fever, that's what I keep saying. Once you cannot break that fever, carry the picnic to a doctor. Because dengue kill you. Dengue, I don't even know how to describe how sick you get and how quickly. It's crazy. When the picnic them have dengue, they get so sick so fast. And if you can avoid going to the public hospital, I'd advise you to avoid it, because you have to go wait, because a whole heap of picnic going there with dengue, and the waiting time is long, and that time is precious. The thing is, if you can go to a private practitioner, and that private practitioner, that doctor, your GP or the pediatrician or whatever, stabilizes your child quickly, that is better. I find that my children, the fever wasn't able to, I couldn't get down the fever, and it took IV fluids to break the fever. They had to get intravenous, so they had to get the drip, and that is how the fever come back. Sorry about that, my son was calling me. Right, but I found that the fever was so high that is the intravenous fluids that we had to use to break it. So what you what?
You just jump up to me and cook.
Because I'm going for Sundari.
I want something.
1 second, my son. You want to come home?
Yeah, I want to get close to come back.
But I can't be carrying it all over the place. I'm talking about you on the live, actually.
Aye.
They can't see you.
Aye. What are you talking to me
about? I'm talking about dengue. That's my son that nearly died from dengue. You see him just sprint down, come, so he's alright now. Yeah, but I'm going for Sundari, so I'm coming back.
You coming back?
Yeah.
What time you coming back?
Whenever she done, she not done yet. I stopped that for her already. She never done.
I want to go home to get clothes.
I understand, but you're going to come now? But you don't have on the shoes. Exactly. So when I come back.
But my Crocs at home.
Jesus. Come then, Shandy. Since you're going to come barefooted. Jesus. Your persistent team, man. Lord. Sorry, yeah. Right. So just to give you the information again, quickly. Shandy, I'm glad you're here. Tell them the type of pain you did experience.
Alright, sir.
So I'm giving you he just came out of the hospital with dengue. He had dengue near his birthday, the end of November. Right. Tell them about the belly pain.
Yeah, it was excruciating pain. You know? Felt like my belly was going to burst. I couldn't. It's like when I couldn't stay still. When I stay still, that's when it would have hurt me.
So you hear? You can't. Hi Perry. Him can't stay still. You hear what him say? You can't. Him couldn't stay still. So it's like this restless because. If him, what I realize, like a lot of children can't describe the pain. He's 18 and him couldn't describe the pain himself. You understand? So when you see them moving up and down like them can't stay one place, and you know so them did sick. When and the thing is, when them getting better, cause he didn't have the fever at that time. When them look like them getting better, that is when you need to watch them. Right? The thing is, pain is subjective and it's not every child knows how to explain the pain that they're feeling, and that is why I'm advising you that once you suspect, listen, you have it. This dengue thing takes 6 cents. This dengue thing, believe me, you have a skill to understand these symptoms, and it's not the average person can't understand what you're going through. You understand? Yes, there him get big, him is big man now, he's 18. You understand? So you can't even blame the parents with these children that die that they're careless or anything like that. You can't blame them because dengue take you from 0 to 100 in like a day, in hours. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, basically, I see a lot of people also talking about the mosquito and that it's the dirty house and whatever. That's not true. That's a fallacy. The Aedes aegypti mosquito that causes dengue is a domesticated animal now. It's like a pet. So the leaf, you could have a plant that you water and the leaf have water in it and the mosquito can grow right there. Right? You hear this thing about, oh, you get it because your house dirty. It's foolishness. That mosquito grow anywhere. The larvae grow anywhere. So if you have the potted plants and you have the catchment plate, the mosquito could grow in there. If you have like plants like the begonia, with the the plants and the bromelia that catch water, pineapple, those plants that store water, the mosquito can grow in there. You understand? So just the best thing to do is wear mosquito repellent. Put best mosquito repellent. Them have some repellent lotions and the children spray them with get the mosquito sprays. That is the best thing. The children go to school, mosquito bite them at school as well. So if they don't, my children didn't get dengue from my house. They went to my parents' house and get dengue, and my mother have OCD when it come on to them something there. But it's the surroundings, it's a community. There's a very, very high number of dengue cases in her community. So she couldn't do anything about it. So you can't blame her because it's a neighborhood problem. The bottom line is, we just have to be vigilant. We just have to watch each other back where this dengue is concerned. Right? Support you. If your neighbor picnic them, have it, help them as much as possible, because trust me, it's going to be a community effort to get out of this. A lot of children are dying. Don't listen to the ministry when them tell you about 7 picnic dead. Much more than 7 picnic dead by now. Trust me on that. Right? There are a lot, because children, yes, exactly. I'm just trying to get you out, get the information out. So that is it. Thank you for listening. Share it. Share the information. Please share the information. Yeah, alright. Take care.